Word of advice, don't post this on Facebook because you're going to get some of your friends big mad over this. It happened in my case. There were some girls that were denying the science. They were very skeptical. They were spreading misinformation by denying what the researchers have found out. It's kind of funny though, because I never required researcher to know these things. I don't need a doctor in a lab coat to tell me that this is the case. I just experience life and I drag my own conclusions. Like, for example, have you guys not dated a girl that doesn't really have any hobbies? She doesn't read any books, but she is very well versed into the knowledge of what celebrities are doing. I mean, she will know celebrity names that you've never heard about. And as you're talking with that person, maybe they're really pleasant and they're nice to interact with, but you kind of get the vibe that they may not exactly be a grandmaster chess player material, if you know what I mean. And I think I know why this is. People who aren't very intelligent find it a lot easier to be amused by mundane things. So let me give you an example, and I'll prove to you that this is the case. Remember when you were a kid? Like when you were 5 or 6? Arguably, you're more intelligent now than when you were 5 or 6. But remember when you were 5 or 6, you had so many things that were entertaining. You could go outside and you could play in the dirt, and that was fun. Think about all the dad jokes that you would hear at that age, and you thought that they were funny. And you were being entertained out of like the most mundane jokes. Like you would see a guy walking down the street and he would trip and fall, and you are like, ah ha 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 ha. That is the thing when people are, I'm not even going to say stupid, but like the least intelligent you are, the more easy it is for you to be amused. Meanwhile, the smarter you are, the more you read, the more you experience life, the more wisdom you get, the more difficult it is to be amused. So, imagine getting amused by following actors and celebrities. I mean, for me, that is definitely not amusing. That's not interesting. And by the way, people grow out of it. Like, usually you're not going to see a grandma following the latest celebrity gossip. Because as people mature, they become more and more intelligent and more wise. So the things that you used to like and the things that you used to enjoy, you now look back at them and you think they were childish. I mean, try watching Cartoon Network nowadays. You're not going to enjoy it the same way you did when you were a kid. So apparently, what these researchers found out, that people who are obsessed with Kim Kardashian's tushy can't get it off of Bennifer getting back together. Chances are that these people are idiots. At least according to the Chad Hungarian academics. And I think this line is what upset certain people when I shared this article. A new research has seen that people obsessed with Hollywood gossip and A-list celebrities tend not to be smart. And to me, this was kind of a shock. Like when I went out with my friends when I was at university, and all of them seemed to know celebrity names and celebrity gossip. And I thought that I was stupid because I couldn't add anything to the conversation because none of those topics interested me. And I guess this article finally vindicates me. This is why I'm so glad, because it's kind of like a revenge thing for me. The study published at BMC Psychology claimed that there is a direct association between celebrity worship and poorer performance on cognitive tests. And by the way, I love the phrase celebrity worship. I mean, there are a lot of fart sniffers from celebrities, unironically. Why do you think so many companies and even sometimes governments pay celebrities to be mouthpieces and sell products or sell ideas? It's because there are these people. Like, I never understood it, by the way, like celebrities selling stuff. I understand, like, if an athlete, for example, would sell you a protein drink and he would be like, I drink this protein every day, that's why I'm athletic, because that makes sense. But if you have someone like, I don't know, Jennifer Lopez, and see, I don't know celebrity names, so I have to come up with it. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You have someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he starts talking about global warming and whatnot. It's like, it's kind of like your dad talking about it. Why would you put it on a more esteem just because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger? It's like, okay, he's in movies, he's famous, but that doesn't make him more educated than your dad on that subject. So there are people who actually look at it, and if it comes from the mouth of celebrity, they actually pay more attention. Like this is why they are so livid, because J.K. Rowling has political hot takes. It's because they know there are people that listen to J.K. Rowling just because she's a celebrity. It makes absolutely no sense, but it is what it is. Like, what can you do about it? So apparently this study asked around 2,000 Hungarian adults to undertake a 30-word vocabulary test and a digit symbol substitution test before completing a celebrity attitude scale questionnaire to determine the levels of interest in famous people. My God, I would have flunked that questionnaire so hard, it's not even funny. And by the way, just because I don't know celebrities doesn't make me smart. I just want to put it out there. Like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of dumb people who don't know anything about celebrities either. Participants had to answer yes or no to a series of statements, such as, I often feel compelled to learn the personal habits of my favorite celebrity. Oh my fucking God. Are these people for real? Are there people who actually want to feel compelled to learn the personal habits of your favorite celebrity? I mean, the only reason I would want to learn the personal habits of someone is if it's a person that I want to be like. So, for example, a university professor, right? You want to learn how did they manage to get to that position, so you start reading about their life because you're curious. But let's say you have a colleague in your class and he's a straight A student, so you're curious to learn his habits so that you can try to emulate his studying methods, or how exactly does he schedule his day to be able to study so good. But like a celebrity, really? Like, you're really curious to know what Jennifer Lopez does in her free time? My God, why? Like, why fill yourself with this useless knowledge? But then again, I'm the one talking who is constantly reading trivia about Darkest Dungeon and waifus. Just put that in Google. Darkest Dungeon waifu. You're going to see interesting stuff. Another yes or no statement read, if I were lucky enough to meet my favorite celebrity and they asked me to do something illegal as a favor, I would probably do it. You know what? I would probably do it, and I'll tell you why. Depends on what it is, of course. But you're going to be talking with a millionaire, right? So now you do something for the millionaire, and in exchange, the millionaire now owes you a favor. So again, it depends what it is. Like, if they want me to cross the street on a red light, if they want me to ride the bus without a ticket, I would consider it. However, the researchers were not able to determine whether celebrity obsessive performed poorly on cognitive tests because they used their brain power thinking about A-listers, or whether they were fixated on Hollywood gossip because they were less intelligent to begin with. Why not both? But no, I genuinely think it's that. I genuinely think it's the fact that when you are, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, when you're less intelligent, you find things humorous that intelligent people don't. Again, think about when you were 5 and what you used to find humorous back then. So when you're at a certain age, I mean, reading about celebrity gossip and filling your brain with this useless drivel is actually pleasant, and you would enjoy it. And honestly, I kind of envy people that can do this, because I find life to be more and more depressing. Things that I used to like and things that I used to be passionate about now are kind of in the meh zone. So I kind of wish I could turn time back when I was a teenager and everything was exciting. Remember playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and that was a blast. Now it's just so meh. Yeah, even games that I liked, even movies that I liked, I don't enjoy anymore. So it's unclear whether celebrity worshipping is a cause or consequences of low cognitive functions, but the researchers say therefore further study is required. Future studies should seek further support for our question that the cognitive effort invested in maintaining the absorption in a favorite celebrity may interfere with the person's performance in task that requires attention. Wasn't there like that saying that smart people talk about ideas and dumb people talk about people? It's probably why most of politics is just purely ad hominem nowadays. Right? Because I guess like the overwhelming masses are more interested in people rather than ideas. So you have the bread and circus. Like, politics is mostly circus now. It's just attacking the other politician for behavioral traits and personality traits rather than tackling ideas and actual economic issues. So that might be a point. I don't know, but it is interesting, definitely. I don't think a study is needed to determine this, wrote someone on Twitter. What worries me is that people who worship celebrities are not going to read this article ever. Oh, I made sure they did. They weren't happy. Cognitive dissonance, I'm not even surprised, claimed a third person on the Twitter. The nature of celebrity worship and stan culture is really problematic. Now, what's really problematic is the word problematic. Like, I really hate this word. It's like, you use it's heretical instead. It sounds cooler. It's really heretical instead of saying problematic. Or immoral. It's really immoral, huh? Anyway, right. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.